Back, folks. Alright, the skip frames due to encoding is still it's still brutally intense. I thought we were going to get a little bit better output for that. I wonder what else I can tweak. I did figure something else out. While I was connected to Twitch here in the OBS settings setup. Here, let me show you what's going on over here. Let's jump through the desktop portal of infinity. You'll now see there is a stream chat window available magically that just hadn't been there before. And there's an official stream information window, which had not been popping up before, which I don't really need because I use the website to set it up, and I don't know why. I like going there first. But hooray! Writing sci-fi, blah, 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 blah. All the stuff that we set up. Here we go. Politics, sensitive social issues, drugs, intoxication, excessive tobacco use, significant profanity. Cool. I don't need that. But what I do love is actually having a chat. Do I want it there? Like that? I don't want it up top. Good grief. We'll make that work. I needed to actually needed to connect to the account, even though it had all the right details to broadcast to it. Obviously, we were broadcasting. It wasn't thoroughly, completely connected. Okay. It's disappointing that it's already red, so that number's gone red so fast. But it might be survivable. I don't know. This right here, you guys can see that, right? Skip frames due to encoding lag. So testing. This is OBS. I'm gonna step through. I also caught some other things that seemed interesting, but I'm gonna do a settings review sweep on this with just an eye for a couple of things that I adjusted, maybe set them back to default, but not the FPS and the screen size are what they are, and we're good now. So this should work. And our chat bar, like our usable chat widget with integrated, like I'm dropping some emotes, some official Twitch Purple Heart emotes. Like that came back, so huzzah. Boom, there it is. I've been really sad that it kind of gone away, but it was an update that pushed through, tweaked / adjusted / changed a nuanced part of the connection interface setting, which I finally only went aha ding about just now. So that's fine. The thing that will be really fascinating is to synchronize the settings that I've set for this over to Streamlabs desktop, and then do a side-by-side comparison of the final result, especially including video game content. See which, if any, looks better end result on the screen as I'm watching the playback and rendering future magic movie loops. But yeah, I'm gonna try to rein it in because this is pointless. No one's gonna log in to watch me stumble through this. But also, it needs to get done. That red line indicator is now at 18%. Skip frames do. At some point, I had gotten this to stay pretty sturdy at like something mellow that never turned red. But could be wrong about that. I don't know what else I would need to adjust. But maybe we end up going with Streamlabs again. I don't know. This has been an interesting test. What was the other thing I needed to do? Please, oh please, dear friends, come on through and help out. Help me get to affiliate. If you appreciate the weirdness, especially once you get a taste of what like a normal day of live streaming is like. But I'm here to be almost daily, to make content, to commodify myself, commodify my actions, we'll be focusing on a newly re-engineered, newly platformed experimental Zepoverse world building project to get the structure actually really defined and get some real writing really going. It should be interesting. So join me in the there's you can see my humble little Mac in the reflection of my face shield. You can check out all the different dimensions of the thing over there, and there's another picture of it. That's what it kind of looks like. There's our brand. Come on down. Come on through. Okay. It's staying under 20, which is nice. Although I haven't been on for very long. And it is otherwise, what is it looking like on the back side of the website? We're hitting unstable on the stability label, but it's a solid green line in these. You know what it is? I know what to tweak. We're going to do one last final settings tweak. I think I've got the I've got this bitrate at 9,000, and it's not going to hit 9,000. It's going to like 6,000. So I think I'm going to tweak that down to 6,000 to see if that takes the pressure off the perceived bottleneck / throttle here. This number might mellow the F out if I just set it to the exact number that it's. You know what I'm talking about? Come here. Desktop, Infinity Portal. Skip frames due to encoder lag. This many out of that many, rendering 26%. But if you follow me over to the backside of Twitch, the only platform we're currently streaming to, we're getting a solid. It's labeled as a red unstable, but look at the line. There's not a lot of peaks or valleys. 6,000 kilobytes per second. But I noticed during the last break in an internal review, somewhere where it matters the most, it's set. This broadcast is set to 9,000. That's generating that high percentage of failed things. I bet the end result video doesn't look that bad, actually. Light bulbs turning on. Okay. So anyways, yada, yada, yada. We're going to do that. We're going to do one more test with OBS. Forgive the intermittent sporadic craziness. Hopefully we'll get the result that I believe in getting just now. And then we're going to just import those settings to Streamlabs desktop. So I think it has a thing to do that. Although, or I will manually duplicate those exact new settings. Then we'll run a test with Streamlabs desktop, see what it looks like, compare and contrast, figure out what we're doing. Okay, so friends, that's pretty interesting. Oh, we can get rid of this for now. I'm glad that came back though. Once I make that adjustment, well, I don't know how to predict. We will know by next Sunday, because the goal is to tune them so that they are stable and it looks nice on both studios, right? And then bring that knowledge and apply it where applicable to the new TikTok. Hope for the best with that, so that it looks reasonable and decent. Start streaming to TikTok. And then come full circle, start really focusing on writing, primarily on the daily part, easing off on the FOMO of the video game stuff, but also the burnout of the video game stuff. But then trying to find a balance so that both are happening in a rotating, almost daily basis, and start integrating being live at different times at different days on different platforms for the sake and the archival record of it, in hopes that cross-pollinates a broader audience. Huzzah. And that will look pretty halfway decent doing it now that we've fine-tuned, regardless of which platform. I might revisit Restream.io because I realized there's an easy login for that. And I could just be sending this feed directly whenever I go live to Restream.io, which I think lets you rebroadcast, like split the stream up to a couple of different new destinations for free. And then there's a paid subscription that lets you do X many more. But I think that is happening not on my computer, because the Stream Studio is only streaming to the one address. So I might revisit that situation, and we'll see which one looks better, this one or desktop, which one's easier to do. Knock on wood. Maybe we'll finally get to a broad multi-platform, multi-stream simultaneously with decent video output that way. But maybe it doesn't work that way. I don't know. More importantly, we will return to actually creative writing. That's the goal, the real goal for today. We're only just getting started today. And I'm committed to the bit. I'm committed to the bit though, so let's do our final test. Final tweak. I gotta bring that 9 down to a 6. Let's see what is. Join me. One last check for the funsies of it. Let's go over here. This matters. 6,261 kilobytes. The cruel numerologist in me wants to set it to 6 all the way across. That may or may not fly. That may or may not be good. That may or may not be bad. That may or may not be meaningless. But the stoner in me wants to go 6,420. But the pragmatist in me wants to go 6,000 flat. Just to see what happens. If it maybe on its own peaks over 6,000. So instead of underperforming, it'll start overperforming a little bit. Start getting more than 6 flat kbps. Because we're now getting 6261. We're gonna go 6 flat. Okay, we'll be right back. We're gonna update. This will be 1D, the final test of OBS. The next one will be hopefully a direct just one test of Streamlabs desktop, having mirrored manually. I've decided, executive decision, I'm going to manually mirror the whatever is the newest settings here. I will come back with OBS right now though, for one final practical test. Please forgive the chaotic weirdness. We'll be right back. Ba-da, ba, ba-da. Have I been... Oh, okay. No, I'm looking at Streamlabs desktop and I scared myself because it wasn't live and it was saying go live, and I'm like, what? And then I realized, no, duh. It's because I launched it earlier to tweak its settings to show you. Maybe we should just do that now since we did fire it up. Join me. I think I just forgot that I had the impulse. Let's queue up some. Let's queue up some other app settings. Mouse is far. No, mouse input situation. They don't see where to go. That's the phase isn't not moving it. Goes past third. Change. What am I thinking? Great. That's OBS. That I'm gonna find. They said very fast. little better if I bump it up one or with video. I think I said I want that. Some of things here that I didn't be what we did. I know. Alright, close that up. We can lie, buddy. Alright. Boom, boom. So I'm just jumping on OBS because I think that will resolve all these skipped frames. So please stand by. We'll conduct one final test after that for OBS. Then we'll switch to Streamlabs. And I'll take a break and grab a bite to eat. And then I'll figure out which one to stream. Oh no, then we'll take a look at the insides of now you know what? If the next thing goes smooth, we'll fire up TikTok Live the way we just did Streamlabs Desktop here in OBS, just to look at it, to poke around, learn, and preemptively set up the settings. Right? I won't show you connecting to my Twitch account, but I will poke through and set all the output settings. I think we should be able to set those up without doing the thing. And then what was the other thought I had that was really thoughtful? Or I might just then return to the writing and stay with OBS. I do want to compare and contrast if there is a noticeable difference between the three. I won't be too shocked or amazed, but I'll also laugh at myself with some surprise if at the end of by this time next week, after multiple test runs, different times of day, we find that the native iMac TikTok Studio gives the best performance quality end result video crispness. I'll then want to use that to stream to everything, and I won't know how. But because I'm thinking it's proprietary and that it doesn't want to share, but maybe it has a fun, totally free multi-stream feature. Who knows? Maybe I don't know. Overthinking it, but the testing continues a little bit further. I'll be right back, friends. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum.